Directed by anybody. He cannot be directed by anybody when he's carrying out. Omari, jina yangu ni Khalwale. I'm the Senator of Kakamega. Omari, jina yangu ni Khalwale. I'm the Senator of Kakamega, and I am the government majority whip. I come here in my very special capacity that I was given by 2.5 million people of Kakamega County to ask the government of the Republic of Kenya to give me Rashid Mohammed so that I can escort Rashid Mohammed together with members of his family to the hospital. And if they want him on Monday, on Tuesday, we will definitely bring him back. Rashid is certainly not a flight risk because he serves at the pleasure of the President of the Republic of Kenya. I want to remind the Inspector General that under the Constitution of Kenya, the right to life is a constitutional right. And therefore, he must refuse to be directed by anybody to deny any Kenyan, leave alone Rashid Mohammed, an opportunity to enjoy the right to life. Personally, I was expecting that this weekend, if there was going to be anything about Kakamega, it would have been about the fertilizer scandal and not about Rashid Mohammed. So Kakamega has become a laughing stock in the whole country, running from the fertilizer scandal to the scandal of witchcraft, to the scandal of extortion of money and so on, to a further scandal of the possibility that the governor of Kakamega might be holding some forces within the judicial criminal system captive. If he wasn't, this is the weekend Barasa should have been here explaining how fertilizer worth 703 million shillings, fake, has found itself in the hands of unsuspecting farmers. That is not the case. I want to appeal to the police that under the Constitution of Kenya, he is not expected to be directed by anybody. He cannot be directed by anybody when he's carrying out operational duties. And therefore, let him allow me to go with Rashid to the hospital. His lawyers are here. If they want a bond, we are here. Even if it means I give them one of my bulls as a surety, I will. And so on and so forth. This is not a laughing matter. As the council has explained, people have died in custody. The politics of South Africa changed when Dr. Steve Biko died in prison. So imagine a situation whereby Rashid dies, the politics of the Luo nation will change. And when I say the Luo nation, I'm not being a tribalist. Like all of us who are here, we all have home. We come from a community of 7 million people. And therefore, when I appeal on their behalf, let the powers be that be listen to us. And if they cannot listen to the chief whip of the government, can they really listen to the wife of Rashid Mohammed? That is all that I have to say.
My name is Victor Getenya. I am the Sales and Marketing Manager for Watu Credit Kenya. And we are privileged to be at this particular event in Molo, Boda Boda Clinic, where we have been talking to nearly 500 of our 500 customers of the Boda Boda industry. The reason why we talked about sustainability of our loans, Watu Credit is one of the few companies that would offer a loan to an 18-year-old young man who has no credit track record, and we would offer them a loan at within 2 hours of coming to us. Of course, if they meet our normal customer requirements that we put across. So we are pretty inclusive. We basically offer an option of the mainstream banking system, and this has allowed us to be able to share services and get up to 400,000 motorbikes within this market of Kenya. Now, how do we make it sustainable? Obviously, you know how credit has changed, so down payments have changed. The price of a new motorbike cash is really expensive now, simply because of what is happening to our economic environment at this particular point. We are impacted because of that, because eventually we are financiers. Now, sustainability of it is tied to performance of the economy, but we have policies and systems that allow us to ensure that our customers remain viable as often as possible. But always, sometimes you find out of every 100, there'll always be another 5 or 10 who will struggle for reasons that are diverse, and we try and listen. We have what we call a win-back campaign, whereby we have a stressed customer, a distressed customer. We will call them back and try to explain how do we help you today, tomorrow, and all that. If the push is, if we end up in a situation where we have to repossess the asset, we also give them another 14 days where they have an opportunity to also come back to us, so that we are able to also share and understand. You also had, even as part of the meeting here, customers saying we listen, and that's our key selling point, being very close to our customer and making sure that our motto, watu ni sisi, watu ni sisi, becomes a reality within all these kind of markets.
So jambo lingine pia we want to appreciate the Watu Credit team kwa sababu wamekuwa kipaumbele kuempower vijana wetu wa bodaboda. Ukiangalia Kenya hii wamepatiana over 400,000 motorcycles. Hao vijana wangekuwa kule mashinani hawana lolote, lakini through the empowerment ambayo wanatupatia sisi kama watu wa bodaboda na zile training na sensitization programs ambao wanapanga, kama huu mkutano ambao tumekuwa nao hapa umewezesha kwa sababu yao. Inamaanisha kwamba hao ni watu ambao wanajali wateja wao, wanajali customers wao na ile kazi ambayo customer wao wanafanyia. So through this partnership tunaona kwamba bodaboda sector ina reform, kwa maana wakituleta pamoja hivi hapa ndo tunapata mafunzo. DCC ameongea, OCS ameongea, security agencies zimekuwa hapa, partners wengine wameongea na sisi, tukapata mafunzo courtesy of the Watu Credit. So we want to applaud the work that they are doing, na tunawahimiza kwamba waendelee kufanya hivyo katika counties zingine, ndio vijana wetu wapate information. Knowledge is power. Kwa maana kuna watu walikuwa wajui hapa kwamba pikipiki number plate ni shilingi 1,200 kupewa number plate mpya, wanadhani 3,000, lakini through the lessons zenye tumepata hapa kata ya Watu Credit, watu wanajua sasa, watajipanga waweze kusonga mbele.
Today we are here with Watu Credit and the boda group from Molo and also from Nairobi. Now we're here because of a campaign we began with Watu Credit called Tujenge Msingi in the sector. Now, Tujenge Msingi in the bodaboda sector is just all about how do we change the narrative around safety issues in the sector. And critically, we looked at everything else, but we said empowerment is key. Once you empower the riders in this sector, then you are assured to lock up safety issues, security issues, and all that. And so this is a continuation of many meetings that we've been doing countrywide under the Tujenge Msingi program with Watu Credit and the Bodaboda Association of Kenya. In this program, we are looking at so many things, awareness creation on many things. We are now empowering the bodaboda riders with a lot of knowledge in terms of savings, in terms of accessing credit, in terms of taking care of their bikes, in terms of securing their bikes, but also importantly, leadership. We really want to grow leadership. This sector has been struggling for many years because of just leadership. But today we are happy that we sit here. We have chairmen, we have secretaries, we have treasurers in the sector, which is a very good thing. That through that leadership now they can talk to each other. They can talk among themselves. That even as government comes up with different policies that address their issues, but importantly, is a sector that should be able to self-regulate itself. It should be able to talk to itself among themselves. And that is how you grow a sector. That is how you change people's behavior. If people speak to themselves, it becomes much easier.